Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. This is part 2 of Freaknic and Judgment Day, and I don't want this one to be very long. On Judgment Day, the sins that you have committed against God are more likely to be forgiven and more easily, aside from the sins of worshiping another God or worshiping God in a false image or under false pretenses. Other sins against God he can easily forgive, and more than likely will. Your sins against other people, your harms against other people, are only going to be forgiven by those people. This is the rule of Judgment Day. Women nowadays are looking and asking why they are why they're about to be judged so harshly. And one of the reasons is because their debaucherous ways during Freaknic are a harm to any man that takes them seriously afterwards, even if they reformed. The church deaconess, well, you know what? Now she's a church deaconess, but she was a wild thing back during Freaknic. That deacon that married her has now been harmed. He was harmed when they married, but he did not know it. But now he knows he is being harmed. You see where that goes. When a man is dating exclusively and taking seriously a woman that had a train ran on her, or even who just bent over for the camera and let some dude spread her cheeks for the camera, even that woman, when she is taken seriously by a man, that man is being harmed because frankly someone else did not have to. So why did she? Why does he? They're not equally yoked. And the women don't realize that that is why they're being judged so harshly. It's not just the employers that are going to judge them. The women are also worried about the judgment of men. The same men they say they don't want, but they don't want to be judged by these men either. But they don't understand that they have harmed these men as well. Because most of us cannot do these things. We cannot go through these same bodies. I want to tell you, gentlemen, if you cannot, you're a normal man. You're not subpar. You're a normal guy. There's nothing wrong with you that you couldn't. You're a normal man. So you can look at that woman and you can say to her, I did not do these things. And if she retorts with that's just because you can't, you say, okay, so that definitely means I didn't do it. That means I'm not lying to you. So that makes me even more innocent. Fit the guck out of here. We're done. You did this and I didn't. We are not equally yoked. When they say that you're being too judgmental, you say, no, I'm not being judgmental enough. I should have been more judgmental and asked for proof that you had never done these things before I even took you seriously. It's not just jobs that women are about to lose. They're about to lose boyfriends, fiancés, and even husbands. And I, for one, am glad to see it, because there is nothing that is going to make things better for the young boys of today that will be the young men of tomorrow, except for their female contemporaries to know that if they don't play fair, they will be abandoned. And abandoned for better. Nothing else will drive this point home to their contemporaries, and nothing else will make things better and give these young boys a chance at a better selection. Nothing else ever will. Danielle George said it. She said to BGS on a panel one time back in 2020. I won't forget. It was late April or early May. Around this time of year, she said to BGS, well, we're not going to change until y'all start leaving. And she didn't know about Passport Bros and SYSBM and IBMOR. He broke it down to her. Now she knows. And I didn't hear a mother cuss word thing from her about Passport Bros or SYSBM for years. She probably has said something, but I didn't hear anything until recently when it came to Pearl. Nothing else drives home that message like losing you. They have to lose you. And the thing is, they can't just, they can lose you, but that doesn't drive home the message like losing you to somebody else. That's why I say to gentlemen, you decide on your own. You decide for yourself based on your individual situation if you are going to leave quietly or roar on your way out. Because you have been wronged. On this day of judgment, it is up to you to forgive or not. And I'm telling you that if you do forgive, you will ruin the chances of young boys of today that will be young men of tomorrow. So even if you do forgive someone in your heart, your best bet is to behave like you don't forgive or pretend like you don't, so that the whole world knows that they're not going to be forgiven for these things anymore, that they need to go through some struggle of their own. And it starts with the bare minimum of not doing these things that you can't do. Thank you for listening. As always, black heart, black mind, blackout, assalamu alaikum, and black heterosexual non-select male power because they don't like it in black patriarchy until extinction of judgment day. Thank you for flying again with me on Jet Black Airways, where jet black is also a verb. Keep jetting black with me till the wings and the wheels fall off. Gender justice forever.